Hey guys, what is up? We are back again, and today we are doing exhaust on an M5 competition. The spec of this car is super sweet. This is one of my favorite cars. We've already done lowering springs, full frontal PPF, wheel spacers, and we tuned it with the Dyna Tune. This car is one of the funnest family sedans there is to drive, in my opinion. I just enjoy this car immensely. Love every time I get to work on, because then I get to do a test drive on it. But so today we're doing the exhaust. Now the Fabspeed exhaust, show you right here, pretty fancy. Reuses the factory valve actuators. You have to cut actually the factory exhaust, and it bolts with the sleeve right up to that. But then you get these really nice carbon fiber exhaust tips. Super cool, super clean. I love the quality of their exhausts. Really like working with this company. But first, so over here, what we're going to have to do is take off a bunch of these 8mm bolts, drop this little air diffuser back here to get access to the exhaust, and then these valve actuators will just unplug for now, one on each side. And then what we'll do is we'll bring up that Fabspeed exhaust, we'll hold it up under here, line it up so I can get my markings right here and right here. We'll go ahead and cut those, and then this exhaust, once we pull it off the rubber isolators, will just come right out. And then we'll swap the actuators over and install the new exhaust. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have the old exhaust out. You can see, nice, clear. One thing I decided to do, instead of spending a bunch of time in a tight space trying to get these rubber bushings off the exhaust on the car, I just pulled the one 13mm nut that held it there and dropped it. I'll swap those bushings over to the new one before I put it in, and we'll literally just slide it right in and bolt it back up. Now, what we're going to do is take some 10mm, pull this off, swap them to the new exhaust, both sides, bring it over here. You want to make sure you get it lined up just right, because those little clips go in that groove there to open and close that damper for quiet or loud. So you can see when it's open, it has a straight shot straight out. That's where when it closes, you still get a little bit of quiet mode, comes through a couple mufflers, then out. Pretty cool design. Really like the way it is. Kind of, I mean, I guess you can say the factory one's kind of the same way, I'd imagine. I'm not exactly sure how it is in those, but I'm sure it's pretty close. Give it that sound. This just gives it a little bit more throaty sound. So we're going to go ahead and swap everything from this set to that set and slap it back in. Alright guys, so the new exhaust is in. See the beautiful Fabspeed USA, nice logos. What you saw me kind of adjusting a little bit is I was looking actually at the pins here and making sure they're aligned and even on both sides. That way when I go to throw the tips on, it's a lot better of a basically base to start, get the tips perfectly aligned. You don't want to do an exhaust and have the tips all uneven, then it looks funny, it shows the quality of your workmanship and everything else, and it's just not good. One thing to keep in mind with these band style clamps, the sleeve clamps, you really want to make sure you get these tight. They are prone to leak if you don't. That's why I brought out my 1/2-inch gun and really cranked them down to where basically that's sandwiched tight through there. Now there's not going to be any leaks. That's not going to loosen up over time or anything else. I plugged the valves back in here And here, now all I gotta do is put the exhaust tips on, line them up, and then put that skid plate on, and we're done. All right guys, that's all there is to it. Overall, as far as install goes, this one is pretty simple, pretty easy to do. Pretty much anybody at home could do it if you really wanted to, if you had basic mechanic skills. This is something you could do. All you really need specialty wise is a Sawzall 15 millimeter socket and a 13 millimeter socket, and then these are 1/2 inch. So pretty simple. All in all, not a bad morning. Took me half hour, 45 minutes to knock this thing out. So if you want to see more how-to videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep these things coming for you guys. Until next time, we'll see you later.